Soil is pretty expensive, so I try and reuse it wherever I can. I've taken all of the soil out of the bags, and I'm going to refresh this soil so that I can use it in the bags again. So first I start by mixing in some perlite. The perlite improves drainage of the soil. This is healthy, living soil from the bags. It's got mycelium in it, it's got worms in it, and it has perlite from the last time. But what it's missing is a lot of nutrients because they have most likely leached out of the bag or been absorbed by the previous plants. So that's why I'm refreshing this soil. I need to make it ready for my spring plants. Let's add a couple more things. I'm also going to add some blood meal. This stuff stinks. Again, I eyeball everything. It's all organic, so it's not going to burn your plants. Last but not least, organic granular fertilizer. This is slower release nutrition. And we mix that in. Ooh, that's a huge one. Look at him. See him? It's huge. Once we got this all mixed up, we refill the bags. I use various size bags in my garden. I've got 5 gallon, 7.5 gallon, and 10 gallon bags. My preference is probably the 7.5 because you can grow things that don't require a lot of space, but you can also grow things that do without having, it's kind of like the median in the amount of soil you have to put in a bag as well. So, of course, the 5 gallon would probably save you the most on soil expense, but not everything can grow in a 5 gallon bag. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your garden bags. I never fill the bags all the way to the top either. I just fold them back. I also find it a lot easier to pour all of the dirt out into a bin, or you can do it probably on a tarp on the ground so that you can do your amendments as opposed to the shortcut method of amending each bag separately and just kind of adding things to the bag. The way I'm doing it now is definitely more work in transporting bags, emptying bags, but it guarantees the best mix of nutrients and perlite in each bag. So it may be worth the extra work for you. In the fall, I did it the lazy way. I just kind of amended each bag individually. I did not have a very good fall season. So maybe there's something to that. I don't know. At any rate, I needed to move these bags anyway to make room for cleaning in the garden. So figured why not go ahead and amend them all one time. See how folding it kind of helps keep the bag open? Keeps that circular structure. It is finally starting to look halfway decent out here. This is getting closer to how I like to keep a garden. I gotta be able to see people. It's gotta be tidy. Not perfect, but tidy. The bags have been filled. And we are ready for spring seedlings. These sugar snaps have a little bit longer to go. That's okay. I even put fresh new garden soil in these 10-gallon buckets. These will be my tomato buckets. I've got the DIY trellis right here. That's what I'm going to use for my Roma tomatoes this year. It is worth mentioning that while it's economical to refresh and reuse your soil, it's not always the best decision. You want to avoid reusing soil that had diseased plants in it previously. Things like fungus and root knot nematode will simply reinfect your new seedlings if you reuse that soil. So you might want to solarize that soil or discard it altogether. But if your plants were healthy and the soil produced wonderful harvests for you, then you can always just refresh it and reuse it just like I'm doing. Just add your amendments to the soil, add your perlite, and then you'll be good to go for the next season. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful and blessed day.